Hi, my name is Thomas Kosbau. I'm founder of Hydrogen. Hydrogen started actually while I was working on another company. It was an energy from algae company. I was in Golden, Colorado working at the National Renewable Energy Labs. A bunch of the scientists, the phycologists, and I got done in a lab, and we were taking a break at a local beer garden, and I was enjoying the 75-degree day in my cellar temperature beer, and I looked down at my beer condensing water. I saw condensation rolling down the side of it. I saw the beer sweating. I suddenly had an aha moment. That aha moment was coupled with research that I've been doing on the drought that was happening currently in Australia, and how some scientists down there were using atmospheric water generation to try to overcome the drought. As I did more digging into atmospheric water generation, I found that it was the most expensive, highest embodied energy, and most unreliable source of water. Great for an emergency situation, but not a sustainable solution. As I was looking at that beer glass, I realized if you could use what the beer was doing, which was cellar temperature, if you could use the ground temperature and bring that above ground, you could create water. You could generate dew point as it was happening on my beer glass. And as soon as I got back to New York, we decided to design hydrogen. The first hydrogen was the simplest machine that we could create. No moving parts, no outside need for energy, simply conductive metal over an existing or a new well. And that conductive energy or conductive metal would transmit the cool, the opposite of heat energy above ground, and would cool the ambient air to the point of dew. And that dew point being reached would then condense water on that conductive metal, which trickled down that copper alloy back into the well, and we created a refilling well. It was a success, but it also exposed quite a few design flaws. We needed to rethink this, so we created a 2.0 version, which looks drastically different. We decided with the latest iteration of hydrogen that we would use off-the-shelf components like geothermal loops and heat exchangers. So we're looking to raise funds for our 1,000-gallon-a-day unit proof of concept. We have 3 sites that have been donated to us, 2 locally, 1 in Texas, 1 in California, and 1 in New South Wales, Australia, which coincidentally was the beginning of our technology. So in our research, we discovered that in the proof of concepts for updraft towers, there was a very interesting byproduct that happened. The food that's shown in our images, the crops that are growing underneath our greenhouse effect, are a byproduct of the updraft tower. The greenhouse that's powering our wind generator, as a byproduct, creates arable land below it. That is proof of concept. It's going to be a great image to be able to have in the middle of a desert a lush oasis of crops growing. And that's not directly from the water that we're generating. It's as an added value to our technology. Surprisingly, with little outreach, we still get quite a few queries. I'd say weekly we get queries from Australia, from Mexico, from Africa, farmers that want water, townships in municipalities in Mexico that literally have their water disappearing and are afraid that they're not going to have a town in years to come, have reached out to us to ask if we have a ready solution. We are ready, but we need our proof of concept to prove it, and we need to raise funds to commercialize our technology and provide it to the farmers, to the townships, to the ranchers, to the world. I forget what else I said.